The presets section is where existing presets can be loaded from or saved should you wish to be able to recall the current setup. These are presets for the whole setup, not the individual processes that we looked at earlier. They're displayed in a typical file tree type display, but there's also a special file name at the top called Working Settings. These are the current settings in use and can be used to A/B with existing presets. Load a preset from the file browser and then return to your latest setup by recalling the Working Settings choice at the top of the browser. As well as the browser, the left-right arrows can be used to step through the various existing presets. Further to the right is the Undo button. Click on this to undo the last action. This also remembers the history, and each click steps back through the undo history, which can also be displayed by clicking on the history buffer icon. This list can be used to jump to a point in history or clear the whole history buffer. There are also 4 recall slots that can each be assigned their own settings and then recall by clicking on the corresponding letter. The options window can be opened from here. There are various pages, general and input-output for general adjustments to the settings and preferences, as well as individual pages for the various processes. Finally, in this section, there's access to the manual for further detailed help. Across to the right are the master controls. Input meter and gain controls are to the left, output meter and gain controls to the right. By default, the meters display left and right channel levels, and there are several metering choices which are set in the input-output page of the settings dialog. That can be accessed directly from here by right-clicking over the meters. Click on the icon centre top to switch the meters to mid-side mode. Gain sliders, either side of the meters, can be used to change the relative gain settings. By default, left and right channel controls are linked together, but can be set independently by clicking on the unlock icon beneath the meters. Input level is important. It shouldn't be too high or low. Peaking somewhere around -10 to -6 dB is a good starting point. Meter resolution is changed with the plus and minus icons. The auditioning section has a bypass switch to bypass processing completely. There's an auto gain switch here to maintain comparative gain levels when using the bypass control. Mono sums left and right channels together for a mono preview. Swap simply switches the left and right channels. Click on the codec button to show the codec options available. The button next to this turns on the preview of these settings. Choose from MP3 or AAC codecs and adjust bitrate settings here. The dither settings are accessed via the dither button, and again these settings are turned on and off with a button next to it. Use this if reducing the bit depth of a file or project.